One of the most important things I've learned is recognizing the significance of self-awareness and shaping personal growth, relationship, and life decision. It emphasizes how understanding one's identity, emotion, and values contribute to building resilience and fostering a deeper connection with other people. The lesson taking care of the self stood out me the most because it prioritizing one's well-being without guilt. It taught me that practicing self-care and showing compassion to oneself is essential for maintaining a mental and emotional balance, which ultimately allow us to take care better for others. The challenge that I face in this course is when I'm in reporting on the front of the class because I'm afraid of judging of the other people's, and I overcome this by practicing the report and studying that I can easily deliver report in the front of the class. The course has changed the way I think about myself by help me to develop a deeper understanding about my identity and boasting a self-awareness and confidence. And it also taught that I'm appreciating other uniqueness and fostering a empathy and improving relationship with other peoples around me.
I've learned that this course has emphasized the important things of self-awareness, helping me understand my own thoughts, feelings, and emotions, and motivations. The reporting activity stood up to me because it helped me enhance my communication skills and confidence by being in front of other people, and it serves as my valuable practice for my future career as an educator. One of the challenges I faced was public speaking. Because I sometimes struggle with pronouncing English words properly because of my tongue structure, but I'm working on it. The course has helped me clarify my values and purpose. I've been observing people around me. I've observed that their actions and behavior was shaped by their experiences and how they perceive themselves and the people around them.
I've learned a lot about understanding the self, about the examining life. Life is crucial for personal growth, fulfillment, and wisdom. Like Socrates said, emphasize the importance of critical thinking, reflection, and questioning our choices and purpose to lead a meaningful life. Examine life because it involves reflecting on your action, choices, and beliefs to ensure they align with the values and purpose. It's about mindfulness, self-awareness, and living intentionally rather than acting without thought. The challenge I've faced in this subject is about reporting because I'm a shy type of person and I overcome it by practicing self-confidence. This course improved my critical thinking by showing me its importance in making thoughtful decisions and understanding their consequences.
The most important thing I've learned is to see and learn the differences of how people perceive themselves, or to learn about how everyone see or know who they really are from their culture, beliefs, and experiences. The lesson that stood up for me the most is from the first semester to chapter 1, the self from various perspectives. Because in this lesson, we've learned every person's perspective on about how they explain and see the self, not just from the philosophers, but from the different cultures and people among the class, learning about how they can see life through their experiences and their personal cultures. One of the challenges I've faced in this course is time. Giving the time we could have in our group activities. It's because in this class we're all from different colleges and different free times and class schedules. but we've overcome it by managing our short free times, online messages, and gathering on weekends. This course changed the way I perceive myself and by the people around me, by knowing and learning the way how people see themselves and how I can see them the way they see it, or who they really are, and by showing them who the real me is and embracing each other's cultures, belief, learning, and experiences.
The most important things I learned in this subject was the lesson in Lesson 2, specifically the report of the last group, which tackles the topic titled Taking Care of Oneself, or can be linked to Taking Care of Yourself. It made me realize how bad my self-routine is physically and mentally. I realized that it will cause no good to me. And knowing that I have this thing called MS. The activities and lessons that stood up to me the most is no other than the theories of the philosophers in Lesson 1, because it made me totally confused. Like, wala gali ko kasabot sa akong kaugalingon, then here they come. Ipunan pa jud ang problema. Anyways, I find it difficult good since I'm not familiar with them, especially their theories itself. So the challenge that I faced in the subject was when I am asked to explain the theory of the philosopher. Like, hala akong yun? Bitaw, it's really confusing for me, and it is visible sa akong mga answers. Like, muhulong na lang ko for the reason nga wala ko kabalon sa isumpay. Considering the fact na I just encountered this philosopher and then I was then asked to explain his theory, it's not really my thing. How did I overcome it? I overcome it by simply doing some research and studying the PPT in advance. Given the fact na gigive na ni sir ang PPT, so all I need to do is to study na lang. This subject made me more open-minded and open to everyone's suggestions. Open-minded in a way na I learned to accept other people's suggestion, especially if they're on point. To tell you honestly, I really am a loner, especially when it comes to ACADS. I prefer to do the activities alone because I feel like if I do it with anyone or with anyone's help, I feel like it will only result to failure. And to failure, disorganized, and it really dissatisfies me whenever I won't meet my set standard for it. And it is really a trouble for me because I want everything to be a success. And yet, dili na ako siya ma-meet. So I realized that I need to change. And for me to change, So I realized that I need to change. So I remind myself that you are growing. And for you to grow, you need to accept and adjust everything that surrounds you, especially the people around you. Because not everyone is capable of doing this and that. Not everyone has the capacity or the ability to do the things I can, especially if they really are not into it. And I also learned to set my standards too low because I realized that once you set it too high, then that certain person didn't meet your set standard. Well, trust me, masakit pa siya nahulog ka sa kanal. So yeah, I lowered my standards, my expectations rather, and I also learned to accept and adjust to every situations. And now, I can finally say that I am growing mentally in a positive way.
The important lesson I learned is I gained valuable insight into my strengths, weaknesses, values, and goals. I understood the importance of self-awareness, emotional intelligence, and empathy. I also learned effective communication skills, conflict resolution strategies, and time management techniques. Activities that stood out to me is the self-awareness exercise, which helped me identify my strengths and weaknesses. The group project and reporting, which taught me collaboration and teamwork skills. So these activities stood out because they forced me to step out of my comfort zone, challenge my assumptions, and develop new skills. Challenges that I face is initial hesitation to share personal thoughts and feelings, difficulty in managing time and prioritizing tasks, and overcoming self-doubt and imposter syndrome. So to overcome these challenges, I practice active listening and open communication, set realistic goals and deadlines, sought feedback from friends, and reflected on my progress and celebrated small wins. Understanding the self has significantly impacted my self-perception and relationship. I now appreciate my strengths and acknowledge areas for improvement. Approach challenges with resilience and adaptability. Value diverse perspectives and empathize with others. Recognize the interconnectedness of personal and professional growth.
I learned that self-awareness and understanding our emotion and behaviors are crucial for growth, personal growth, and healthier relationships. The activities that stood out to me the most are those that explore the unconscious desires and repressed memories, as they reveal the multi-layered nature of the self, where the conflict between id and ego and superego shapes much of our behaviors and experience. One of the challenges that I faced is that speaking in front of the class or reporting, but I overcome it by reminding myself that vulnerability fosters growth and development or connections. So this course has made me more empathetic and helping me to understand that everyone's actions are shaped by their own experiences and perspectives.
Wait lang. So, ito yung question.
Tawa po yung isa. Panay sumbay.
Ayun lang, ayun lang.
Set. Ay, linya!
May kon isugan na po.
Tawa po yung isa.